I'm not a big fan of government surveillance, but if you're going to get out of your bed and get in your car and drive to Figueroa to buy sex with a minor, then we're going to surveil you and we're going to hold you accountable.
New surveillance cameras are boosting efforts to crack down on sex trafficking along the Figueroa corridor. Cameras are now being installed in known pickup locations. City leaders say those captured by the cameras will receive a letter in the mail along with a picture of their car and driver's license number.
Traffickers and pimps, let me make it loud, clear, and crystally unequivocal that we will go after you, we will arrest you, we will prosecute you, and we will put you in state prison for as long as possible.
DA Hodwin is pushing for enhanced penalties up to 5 years in prison for people convicted of paying for sex. He also wants the ability to impound their vehicles.
Let me give y'all a fun fact. A fun fact about Figueroa Street in California. Figueroa is one of the most famous blades, streets, tracks when it comes to the 304 lifestyle. For those of you who don't know what's a track, what's a blade or a track is a street or a stretch of highway where the 304s walk up and down, parading themselves and looking for clients. Back in the day, they used to call it the host room. These days, they don't really use that term too much. I mean, you might hear it every now and then, once every blue moon. But most of the times, it's called the track. Fun fact about Figueroa Street. Figueroa is the street that Sam Cooke was on. And he passed away dealing with a 304. So people make it sound like or look like Figueroa been having this problem just like nowadays or recent, or like in recent years, but Figueroa been having a 304 problem. As you can see, that Sam Cooke incident happened, what it happened like in the 60s? So yeah, or in the 70s or whatever. I don't know the exact year, but I know it was either in the 60s or 70s. They've been having an issue with Figueroa Street in California. Another fact I want to make this perfectly clear in this video. I feel, and this is just my opinion, y'all get down in the comments, let me know what you think. Let me know your opinion about this. But I feel that when it comes to the lifestyle, this is a problem that you can't arrest your way out of. I don't even feel it's a problem. I feel it should be legalized, and then all or most of the problems you think you're having won't exist. Will it still be little hiccups in the game, in the lifestyle? Yes. But would it be to this extent? No. If you just legalize it worldwide, all over the United States, all 50 states. If you think about it, there are places where it's legal. Do you ever hear of bad stuff happening in places where it's legal? You only hear bad stuff happening in the lifestyle, in the 304 lifestyle, in places where it's illegal. If you take the illegal out of the lifestyle and make it legal, you will have very few problems, issues, and situations. I didn't say you're not going to have any or none, but it's not going to be to this extent. I say if you got like 1,000 issues with it, as it's being illegal, you might have 50. That's a great reduction if they would just legalize it. In my personal opinion, the way the world is going today, and I really believe this wholeheartedly, I could just look at all the things that we see today, look how the world is being ran. I really believe that one day, not in our lifetime, say right now, we're in, we're in years 2000 this, 2000 that, 2000 this, 2007. But I'm 2000 whatever. So I really believe 2026, whatever. I really believe in the years 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Say we get to 7,026, 8,026. All of us are going to be gone. All of us are going to be gone. People who's going to be here during those years is going to pull up this old video, because this video is going to be super old by then. But I really believe by 7,000, year 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, probably way before then. But I'm just saying this as an example. I really believe it's going to be legal throughout the whole United States, all 50 states. It won't be in our lifetime. All of us gonna be dead and gone, and either going to heaven or hell. But I really wholeheartedly believe that. Just look at the way the world is going now. We never would have thought that we would be legal. Or damn near legal. They barely arresting people for that right now. We never thought that it would be a law for same-sex marriages. That's a law. The world is making you more accepting of that more than it used to be back in the day of homosexuality or whatever. They have more rights than a regular person do, than a straight person do. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your job for saying something, even against them, even if it's in a joking way. But I say that to say, in peace and love and salute, I got love for all my, for the gay community. I mean, I'm not gay, but, I don't judge nobody. But I say all this I say that to say, just look how the world is changing, or has changed from back then to now. So if it's changed that much since then to now, can you imagine how the world is going to be, how much the world is going to be a change by year 5,026, 6,026, 7,026, 8,026, 9,026, 10,026, and so forth and so on. Like I said, we're going to be long gone. But I really believe in somewhere in those years, it will finally be legal worldwide, all 50 states in the United States. I really believe that with all my heart. Because, man, arresting people, 2 consenting adults, for what they do with their own time, their own money, and their own bodies, is crazy. It's the stupidest, dumbest law in the world. Now, I believe pimping should always be illegal. I don't condone pimping. I really believe a man who pimp a woman don't like women. I really believe he hates women. But he presents himself to them like he loves women, and they buy a hook, line, and sinker. I really believe he wouldn't want that done to his mom. He wouldn't want nobody pimping his mom. He wouldn't want nobody pimping his daughter. Lots of them don't even have relationships with their own mom. So you see why they're doing that to someone else's mom or another female. A lot of them don't even have relationships with their own daughters. So you see why they're doing that to someone else's daughter. That's the true fact, fun fact about a pimp, about pimps, period. Whenever you see them, I don't care if it's in real life, it don't matter if they're on social media. When is the last time that you saw a pimp with his kids? Think about it. When is the last time you saw a pimp with his wife and kids doing some decent, wholesome things? When the last time? Anytime you see a pimp, he's doing something dark. Nothing but darkness come out his mouth. So you tell me, is that love? And it's easy to see. At first it was hard for me to see, but after I got to learning these women and by doing my interviews on No Judge Zone, New Orleans Street Interviews, check out my main channel, I learned that it's easy for a pimp to get in the mind of these women, because a lot of times these women come to them already damaged, trauma, since their childhood. A lot of time they get foster kids that done grew up out the system, that aged out the system, and a lot of this don't be like regular normal women doing this. Be women that done been raped and molested. Coming from poor, poverty, dire straits situations. Women who have mental issues, drug substance issues, come from all kinds of trauma. It's not hard for a pimp to get in the mind of a woman like that. Not hard at all. But the underage thing, I really believe when these men go do that, that should stay illegal as well. I don't think it would stop, but because the clients are just as sick, and they be looking for, in that lifestyle, the younger the better. That's when when these women make 40 years old, or approaching 40, when we have to hit 40. Just approaching 40, 37, 38, 39, 40. It's over with for them. Because the customers want the PYTs, the pretty young things, the next young thing coming up in this new 3 or 4 generation. They do not want these old hags that have been used up and ran through. So usually by a certain age, it's over with for them. But tell me what y'all think. Tell me how y'all feel. Do you think it should be legalized? Or should it stay illegal? Do you think just certain parts of it, or certain portions of it should be illegal? Smash the like button. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel. Get down in the comment section. And let me know your thoughts, views, and opinions on how y'all feel about the lifestyle. Should it be illegal? Should they make stricter laws? Or should it be legal? This is 304 Sweet Daddy, and I'm gone. Like water.